Hi, welcome to Honeybird Tarot. I'm Shan. I always ask my ancestors and guides for messages for Black people first because I'm a Black woman. And if we don't put us first, then we'll always be last. With that said, tarot archetypes are universal. So the messages in this video could very well be for anyone. It is a general message though, so it won't be for everyone. All right, so this video is going to be for Aquarius. And we're going to start with the Adinkra Ancestral Guidance cards by Bresi-Ando, Tools for Living. I love this deck. It is absolutely amazing. Let's get started. Spirit, please. Aquarius. For your children throughout the diaspora. What do you have for your Aquarian children, please, Spirit? Ancestors. Ekun. No. And some genuine. Accept God. Okay. All right. Anything else, Spirit? Duyafe. And one more. One more, please, Spirit. Okay. Now, disclaimer. I am not a native speaker of Twi, the Akan language. I'm learning as a part of my spiritual and personal practice, and I invite you all to learn with me. And if you are a person who does speak Twi, then, and if you notice that I'm mispronouncing something or whatever, please feel free to let me know how to properly pronounce it. We're all here to learn together, and I don't have a problem with you correcting me, so long as you do it respectfully. All right, so the first card out is Jinyame. This might be an Adinkra symbol that you probably have seen around. It's a pretty popular one. And it means accept God. God is omnipotent. The symbol expresses the deep faith the Akans have in the Supreme Being. The Supreme Being being Onyankompon. I told you I don't speak Twi fluently. I'm learning. And that card is pretty straightforward. It speaks to having a faith in the Supreme God and the Supreme Being, and knowing that all things are possible with and through God. Okay, the next card we have is Duyafe. Duyafe, the wooden comb, another popular one. This symbol represents the qualities of femininity. Makes me think about us primping and prodding, and makes me think about me today because it was wash day. So I got my twists in. Of taking care of our physical selves and making ourselves cosmetically appealing, I guess you would say. All right, the next card out is Ajo. Calmness. It's a symbol of peace, calmness, and spiritual tranquility. And I don't know if that's literally what this symbol is, but when I see it, I always think of a cloud that's being reflected in the surface of still water. It's just the image that comes to mind for me. But it does mean peace, calmness, and spiritual tranquility. At the bottom of the deck, we had Musuyidi. Musuyidi. And it's that which cleanses and removes bad luck, a symbol for good fortune and sanctity. It encourages regular requests for good omens from God. So I feel like this ties back into Jinyame. Only God can bring in the good luck and good fortune that we need to cleanse the bad luck and bad energies that just attach themselves to us and attach themselves to our lives as we go along. No one can escape that, but God can help you cleanse yourself of it, and that's something that you should request from God on a regular basis. Okay, so that was our oracle. Now I'm going to get into the tarot, and today I'm using the HooDoo Tarot by Tayannah Lee McQuillar, or Tayannah Lee McQuillar. I don't know how to pronounce it. I apologize if I messed up your name, sis. But we're going to use her beautiful deck today. All right. So, what do you think for Aquarius? Just spin the card. Bear with me. I shuffle until they tell me to stop. So first out we have the Four of Knives and the Ace of Knives. Okay. Someone resting, meditating, getting clarity. It's just, that's what it looks like right off the bat, but we aren't finished yet, so. Okay. Ancestors. Anything else there? All right. So we have first the Four of Knives. The Four of Knives would be the Four of Swords in the traditional tarot. And the Four of Knives speaks to a person who is resting, who is taking the time to reflect on the battles that they've just been through, really thinking about the fact that, you know, things could have gone another way. They might not be here if things had gone another way. Maybe things didn't go perfectly according to plan, but they still made it. They still survived. They're taking the time out to appreciate that, to gather and internalize the lessons that they have learned in whatever came before this period of rest, so that they can put those lessons to use once the rest period is over, once it's time to get back into the fight or get back into the battle or into life. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to come out of this and go right into some sort of conflict, but this is a period of intentional rest, probably also prayer and meditation, grounding, connecting with the earth, connecting with spirit, and remembering that we're all one, we're all connected, we're all connected to the earth and all of creation. Okay. That energy is followed by the Ace of Knives. The Ace of Knives speaks to an opportunity, a new opportunity for clarity. So either having gained new clarity and a new opportunity is coming from that new sense of clarity, or there is an opportunity to gain clarity. And this is full clarity. All confusion being cleared away. All confusion and anything that would stand in your path being cleared away. Ancestors. 13 ancestors. And right now it's escaping me what the traditional meaning of this card is. I don't know why, because I see it all the time. 13. Of course, death. This is the death card. Even in the traditional tarot, death does not necessarily signify an end. It can, but it more talks about transformation. Just like in this deck, the ancestors are not dead. That's something that we know from our the spiritual teachings of our people. Our indigenous practices tell us that life doesn't end. It just transforms. You go from one realm or one plane of being to another. And this card, specifically in this deck, you see a baby who's like half skeleton, and that signifies the belief that that Black people throughout the diaspora hold about children, especially newborn babies, being especially close to the ancestors, especially close to the spiritual realm, because they just came from there. We see Earth as the marketplace, as somewhere where we come to complete certain tasks that will bring our soul into closer alignment with the Supreme Being, which is every human's ultimate mission, is to become one with God. This card reminds us that when children come into this plane, they are just coming from the plane of our ancestors. And as such, they still maintain a very close connection with them. So, yes, all of that ties into transformation, transforming from one state of being to the next, and being in the early stages of that transformation. The Daughter of Baskets. The Daughter of Baskets is the Page of Cups in this deck, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to look that up. See the page or the knight. I'm pretty sure she's the page. I think all the daughters are pages in this deck. And being such, pages are messages or messengers. So the Page of Cups or the Daughter of Baskets brings a message of love and of emotion. Yes, she's a page. Okay. Yes, brings messages of love and emotion. She's a bearer of good news and good tidings. She's compassionate, loyal, hardworking. If this represents a certain person, and even if it doesn't represent a specific person, it represents that energy. Yes, so an energy that still has emotional maturing to do, but still one that brings positivity, positive emotions. Okay, this was the card I bent when I was shuffling. It's the Ten of Coins. The Ten of Coins came out in reverse. So the Ten of Coins talks about having stability that lasts through generations. As you can see, the children are here, the parents are here, and the grandparents are present in this card. And they're playing the game. Everyone's playing with their gold coin. And there is intergenerational prosperity present here. But with this card being in the reverse, it could be saying that there's something that's standing in the way of that prosperity for you and your family. It could be saying that perhaps that prosperity is in danger. It could be saying that, the path that you're on is not going to lead to this, or it won't lead to this being sustainable through multiple generations. And we're going to clarify. These are just the initial messages. Right. The last card out was the Seven of Baskets. This would be the Seven of Cups in the traditional tarot. The Seven of Baskets speaks to having multiple choices. There are various different herbs here. This deck has a different plant associated with each card. I'm not really sure what all of the plants are here. But there are 7 baskets up there. So I feel like the person in this card is taking a spiritual bath with those herbs to clear away the confusion that they have around all these choices. The 7 cups represent different choices that you have to make. In those baskets could be any number of things that that people look forward to having in life. It could be money and riches. It could be intoxicants. It could be love. It could be anything. Anything could be in those baskets, your wishes and your desires. So this card could speak to being confused about the choices that you have to make. It could actually also speak to having made a choice between one of these seven baskets. But overall, it's about choices. Sometimes it could also be, I feel like when it is about confusion around choices, it usually tends to come up in the reverse. And in that case, it could also have to do with, not being clear-headed because of overindulgence in alcohol or other drugs or what have you, but it's here in the upright. So I feel like this is a positive thing. It's probably just saying that there are choices there to be made. You got options. All right. And at the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Knives. Capricorn had this too. But the Seven of Knives could be about deception, trickery. It could, but I like to look at it as planning and maybe keeping those plans to yourself so that, no one else can interfere with them. But in this card, the woman is preparing a soup for her husband, and she put, I think, black rooster feathers in it in an effort to keep him faithful to her. And she's in the process of taking all the feathers out of his soup before she serves it to him. So her intentions aren't necessarily negative, but she has a plan that she doesn't want someone else to know about or anyone else to know about because she doesn't want her plans to be foiled. All right, and with that being at the bottom of the deck, that could be the overall energy for the reading, or it could be something that is hidden. Now, with the Seven of Knives being at the bottom of the deck, I kind of leaning towards it possibly being deception or manipulation, because it's something that's not immediately seen. But we'll see. We'll clarify right now. And I'm going to clarify with the Rider-Waite Tarot, or the quote-unquote traditional tarot. Hmm. Is there anything else here for the Spirit? Okay. So clarifying the Four of Knives, we got Judgment and the Fool, both in reverse. So judgment can sometimes mean reconciliation, can mean a second chance, or having to go back to something that you thought was over and done with, and realizing that it's not. Re-examining things and seeing what can be done differently the second time around. With it being here in reverse, maybe someone is saying that, they're not going to give something a second look. They won't give something a second chance. Or it could be that someone feels like they are not receiving their just due or not being treated fairly. There hasn't been a fair judgment made concerning them. The Fool in the upright speaks about new beginnings, and could sometimes literally be about foolishness. This person is about to walk right off the edge of a cliff. The little doggy is barking away, trying to tell him, look, Slim, you don't want to do that. You're moving too fast. But he's not listening at all. At all. About to take that leap. Here in the reverse, it can mean that, whatever leap you're about to take is not a smart one, not a good one. Or it could mean that you aren't going to take the leap. You aren't going to go after the new beginning, whatever that may be. And this is not a love reading per se. This is a general reading. But if it is about love, this could be about maybe someone coming back hoping for a second chance, hoping for a judgment in their favor and not getting it. There not being a new beginning. Someone took the time to think about the battles that they'd already been through in a relationship and are just deciding, you know what, it's not worth doing again. It's not worth going back to have a second look at. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a family relationship. It could be a job. Who knows? Apply it to wherever it applies in your life, wherever it fits. And if it doesn't fit, don't force it. All right. Spirit, what do you have for the Ace of Knives? Clarification or elaboration, please, Spirit? What's the Ace of Knives here? opportunity. What else, Spirit? Okay. Okay. So clarifying the Ace of Knives, we got the Seven of Wands, the Star, and the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is the same thing as the Four of Knives, two different decks. So I feel like this energy is definitely being confirmed in the clarification. But look what it's here with. It's here with the Star and the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands speaks to being in a place where you have higher ground and you're trying to defend your position against people who would, prefer to see you fall, trying to knock you down. But you're above them. You just have to maintain that position and you're working hard to do so. After that, there's the Star. The Star talks about wish fulfillment and healing. So if this is a romantic relationship, then somebody is fighting hard. They're trying to get you back, Aquarius. Or this could be you trying to get someone else back. Like, look, I know you said you don't want to have a second go around. You don't want to have a new beginning with me. You don't want to take a look at this for another judgment. But I really, really would like to heal this situation. And I'm working very hard to do so, to maintain my position in your life. And with that being clarified further by the Four of Swords, I really feel like maybe the person who is saying this is also taking the time to look back at whatever happened in the relationship to say, maybe I should have done things this way. Maybe I should have done things that way. It hurt, but I'm still here. And as long as I'm still here, I'm going to fight hard for this healing. Could very well be that. And since it's clarifying the Ace of Knives, maybe all of a sudden they have clarity. They got a lot of clarity about this situation. And they're like, you know what? I'm not going to give up fighting for this healing, for this second chance. That's what I'm getting. Who's trying to get you back, Aquarius? Probably an air sign. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles is here. Swords is here. Okay, anything else to tell us about ancestor spirit? Also transformation. Getting hot. Messages coming in. Okay, Aquarius. Look like they wearing you down. Okay. So, clarifying ancestors, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This talks about a stable new beginning or an opportunity for a stable new beginning. I feel like the ancestors are gifting you this opportunity for a stable new beginning. It was followed by the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is not here for anybody's BS, okay? You come to her correct, or you do not come at all. You come to her with the truth and with clarity, or she will chop your head off. You see her. You see her stance. Come on. Bring it here. Bring it here. Better not be bringing her no BS. Aquarius, I feel like this is you. I'm not sure if Queen of Swords is specifically an Aquarius card, but it is an air card and you're an air sign. So I really feel like this is probably the energy you're in. You're like, okay, if you're going to fight for this new beginning, whether it's a romantic relationship, a friend, a family relationship, maybe an old job wants you back. You're going to fight for me? You better come correct or I'm chopping you. Right. So we got the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and then we had the Nine of Wands in reverse. So somebody is letting their guard down. Somebody is coming out of a defensive energy. That's what the Nine of Wands is. That's the wounded warrior. It's like, oh my goodness, I've been through this battle. It's been difficult, but I made it out with my life and probably some other treasure that I'm guarding, that I've built these walls up, these walls of wands around. They're coming out of that defensive energy. So Aquarius, I really just feel like somebody is wearing your defenses down. They want to get back in. They want to heal things. And there is an opportunity for a stable new beginning here. So this could be being gifted to you from the ancestors, or this ancestor card could just simply be saying that that person has actually undergone a transformation. They have clarity now. The relationship is transforming. Let's keep going and see. All right, the Daughter of Baskets. What do we have for the Daughter of Baskets? Ooh, okay. All right, we got the Emperor. The 4. Aquarius. Somebody loves you. Look, we got the Emperor. That's all the kings together. That's clarity, that's passion, that's love and emotion, that's stability. Okay. And if they're not already embodying that, they have the intention of embodying that. Like I said, it might not be a romantic relationship. Looking pretty romantic to me though, because it's followed by 4 wands. It speaks to stability and passion, because it's wands, or taking actions that lead to stability. Some people see it as a soulmate card, or the 1111 card, because the 1111 is here with the wands. A lot of people see it as a marriage card, but there's definitely stability here. There's definitely love and happiness here. And after that, got the Ace of Cups. An opportunity for your cup to runneth over. This is love. This is an opportunity for a new opportunity for emotional fulfillment with this Emperor, with this King of Kings. So perhaps Aquarius, this is you embodying the Daughter of Baskets. You've been loyal and compassionate. You work hard. You bring good energy, messages of good news, or it could be that this message of good news is saying your Emperor is coming. He's coming. And he wants to have this 4 of Wands and this Ace of Cups with you. Ooh, I said this was a general reading, but Spirit is making this a love reading. Aquarius, somebody's out to get you, boo. It does not seem half bad. Let's keep going. Why is the 10 of Coins here in reverse? Maybe this is the way you're seeing things. Maybe you guys did have a loving, stable relationship, and something happened that put you in that defensive energy that made you not want to go back and give things a second chance. Let's see. Why is the 10 of Coins here in reverse, Spirit? Anything else, Spirit? Mm-hmm. Anything else? Aquarius. So, your Ten of Coins is in reverse. You have the Knight of Pentacles. This is an offer, a stable offer, an offer of stability. But it also comes with something tangible because it's Pentacles. Pentacles talk about the things that we value here in the 3D. Money, children, actual gifts. I look at this as the engagement card. The Knight of Pentacles makes me think of a proposal. This is the slowest knight. Oh, he moves so slow. He's not even moving at all in this card. He's sitting, looking at his offering, taking stock of how far he's come and how far he has to go. He knows that he will get there when the time is right. It's not a rush. It's more about stability than speed with the Knight of Pentacles. Maybe your Ten of Coins is in reverse because someone took too long with their offer. It was followed by the Two of Wands. This is a choice. What action to take. This person is choosing to have the world with someone, or to go toward the world with someone, to travel the world with someone. But they're clearly choosing what direction they want to go in. Everything says that they're choosing this direction. They're facing that way. The world is on that side. That particular wand is bigger, or they're holding that wand up. They're making a choice. I feel like someone's making a choice to bring you an offer, but that offer is coming slowly, but the offer is going to be stable. And the King of Wands is here. This is the king of action, of passion. He's in control of his passions, but he's very passionate. He takes action. He does what needs to be done. He's very charismatic and charming. Ladies love the King of Wands. He's the King of Wands too, ladies. If you know what I mean. I'm just saying. It's here. So, with these things, clarifying the Ten of Coins in reverse. It could be saying that even though the Ten of Coins was in reverse in the past, there's a new stable offer coming. Someone has new clarity about the actions that they should take, and they're going to passionately move towards them. Or it could be that Ten of Coins is in reverse because this Knight of Pentacles moved too slow. Too slow. Okay, let's see what's up this Seven of Baskets. What's this choice? I feel like the choice, Aquarius, is you choosing whether you're going to allow this person back in. And if it's not the same person coming with this slow, stable offer, it could be a new person. I feel like it's the same person though. Okay. So Aquarius, clarifying your Seven of Cups. These choices, this possible confusion around choices. You have Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles talks about cooperation to achieve a goal, putting your creativity to use to create prosperity for yourself, working together, teamwork, making the dream work. It could also represent a third-party situation. Somebody having too many options. Somebody choosing to entertain a third party. It could be about choosing whether you want to cooperate or be a part of a team or make a dream work with someone. It doesn't have to be negative. It could be either one. You know your situation. The Seven of Swords did come out right after that Three of Pentacles, though. So it definitely could be someone being sneaky and having had a third party, having had too many options. This is probably what put you in that Nine of Wands energy in the first place. But you're coming out of it. You're coming out of being defensive. But I feel like this is what had someone in the defensive energy to begin with. Yeah. And so after the Three of Pentacles and after the Seven of Swords, we have the Page of Cups. This is a message of love, an emotional message, and there's a fish in that cup. So somebody could be trying to knock you up, Aquarius, or you might be trying to knock somebody else up. But there's a surprise coming along with this love, this emotional offer. There's lots of emotion here, lots of water in the background. And it's not still, but it's not too turbulent either. So, you know, I really feel Aquarius like seems like somebody messed up and they really want to come back. And they do seem to love you. And they really do want stability and passion with you. And it seems like they've transformed possibly from this you know, deceptive energy that had all these choices. They transformed and they want to offer you this love, but you still aren't sure about whether you want to give it a second judgment, whether you want to take the leap of faith again. I mean, I don't blame you. Once you've been burned, you're not particularly eager to touch the stove again. I get it. I get it. But it's up to you. You got messages coming in, though, at the bottom of the deck. We have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is about fast-moving messages. They're coming in quickly. And these are messages of passion. It's Wands energy. Messages about actions that are going to be taken or need to be taken, or actions that someone wants to take towards you. It's all here, Aquarius. What you gonna do with it? You in that Queen of Swords energy, though. That Queen of Swords is here. I see you being in your energy of, if you coming back towards me, you better have it right, or it's... They better have it right. Okay. And you know what, Aquarius? They probably trying to come back because you looking good. Let's not forget we had Duyafe here. All about primping and prodding and looking our best and symbolizing femininity. So I feel like maybe it's the masculine energy who is in this deceptive energy that caused you to be defensive and have your guard up, and now they see you looking so good. And they asking God, please, can I get my Aquarius back? I know only you could bring it back. And you're calm. I feel like you're very calm and clear about it, Queen of Swords. Very calm and clear. But I do think the ancestors are cleansing and removing that bad luck. God and the ancestors are cleansing and removing that bad energy from this relationship to allow the transformation of whatever energy was in that deceptive mode to come back new and improved. But you're gonna get messages about this soon. Yeah, they're coming in fast. And that's what you don't see. Maybe you haven't been in communication with this person in a while, but okay, Aquarius. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm interested to see. Let me know in the comments. If this video resonated with you, please like, please share, please subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing a lot more with you. Yes, that's it. All right, bye, Aquarius. Peluife, with love.